Welcome to this day 3 of Learning Rhythm Pad series. I hope these lessons are really useful to you. And today we are going to see a concept called 16th note. So if you're new to this channel and if you're watching this series for the first time, so I kindly request you to check the 1 hour video, which I already said in the first 2 days. It's there in the description down below. Kindly check that and then follow the first 2 days of this series video and then come to this video, so that will be easy for you to follow this in order. Okay, so we'll just refresh the things which we saw in the first class and the second class. Okay, so in the first class we saw about the whole notes, right? So whole note is we play only in the first count, 1 2 3 4. Half note is when we play on 1 and 3, 1 2 3 4. And the quarter note is on 1 2 3 4. Fine, this is the thing we saw the first class, and then we also saw a quarter note beat, quarter note fill, and we also saw some exercises like single stroke, double stroke, paradiddle and a flam. Okay, and yesterday we saw about how to do the 8th note beats in our rhythm pad, right? The 8th note beat is basically 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and okay, these things we covered yesterday, and based on these 8th notes beats we discussed various beats. Okay, I also gave some 2 homework at the last. I hope you would have tried it. So if you have tried it, you can share it to my WhatsApp number, which you are seeing in the screen now. So it will be easy for us to progress further. Okay, so I want you to daily practice these videos and get benefited each day. Okay, so these videos may be little bit short because we are going to cover each day topic in 15 minutes. Okay, so but you kindly take the time and watch the video 2 to 3 times if you don't understand it the first time, and then try to learn. Okay, because the thing is, if you see each beat, if you're going to see each beat very detailed, then it will take a lot of time, then we can't able to cover a lot of topics. Okay, then each video will be of 1 hour length. Okay, so that won't be very much benefit for you. So we'll do 15 minutes each day. Okay, and I'll try to cover as many topics slowly as possible. So after you watch this video, take your time and practice. If you have any doubt, do watch the video again. Anyway, these lessons are going to be there in the YouTube, so you can watch it whenever you want. Okay, so today we are going to start what is called a 16th note. A 16th note, many of you would have been familiar with it. So 16th note is basically we are going to play 4 counts, 4 beats per count. Okay, so each count we are going to play 4 times. Okay, suppose if I say 1, I'm going to play it 4 times. Okay, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's 4 beats per count. Okay, ta 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 ta. We call it as 1E and A. Okay, you can see it on the screen. The section 1, if you see, there are 4 notes together, right? A 2 line is connecting the 4 notes together. So that is called as 1E and A. Then again, there are again 4 notes connected together with 2 lines. So that is called 2E and A. Then 3E and A, 4E and A. Fine. So if you are going to play this slowly, now as usual we'll start it in the snare drum, then we'll take it to a beat and try the other parts of the rhythm pad. Okay, so it's 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a. 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a. Okay, try this very slowly. Okay, 16th notes are lot of notes in a short span of time, right? So say the counts and practice slowly. Okay, don't simply blindly practice as. Okay, don't do that. Okay, say the count 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a. So it's very, very, very important to say the counts when you practice. Okay, I can't stress more in this topic regarding counting. Okay, so it's very essential to count the beat which you play. Okay, then only you will understand the rest of the things which are going to follow. Okay, then if you move to the second one, you can see a symbol in the second one at the beginning, that is called as a rest. Okay, so what is generally the meaning of rest is we don't do any work on that, right? So same way, if you see a symbol like this is called a 16th note rest. Okay, that particular count alone we shouldn't play anything. Okay, for example, we are playing 1 E and A. As you can see in the second number, the first count is in rest. Okay, the 1 is in rest. Okay, then we leave the 1 and play E and A. So that doesn't mean there is no 1 at that point. There is 1, there is a count, but we don't play that count. Okay, I'll play that now. 1 E and A. Okay, previously we started right hand 1 E and A. Now what happens is you're going to play 1 E and A. The 1 I'm leaving. Okay, when you're going to play the right hand for the first count, I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to play that. Okay, suppose if you find it little difficult at the beginning, you can do this by just tapping it in the air. Okay, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and okay, just to get the idea of why we are leaving that count and playing. Okay, so we are leaving the 1, 2, 3, 4. So every count, the first count we are leaving, right? Every quarter note count we are leaving. The 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s we are leaving. So if you play it together, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and okay. The hand position you can start from anything. You can start with the left or also with the right. Okay. So based on that, you will be leaving the rest. Okay. So this is about 16th note and the 16th note rest. The next thing is, so next thing, as you can see in the screen, we are going to develop this into a beat. Okay, the same 16th note, we are going to transfer this into a beat. Now this will be a little challenging. Okay, as I said, the first 2 days were a little easy. Now today, the third day will be a little challenging. Okay, so what we are going to do now is, we are going to play 1 E and A, then 2 we are going to come on hi-hat and snare, 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and okay, I'll repeat it again slowly. We are doing the third one now. Okay, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and okay. So the first count bass drum hi-hat, then E and hi-hat, then again the second count hi-hat and snare drum together, then E and hi-hat, third count bass drum and hi-hat together. The same thing is repeated. Okay, so if we speed this up and play, it will sound like. Okay, so make sure you practice the count, say the count and practice. Okay, so it's not like blindly. Okay, you shouldn't play like that. Okay, so feel the count and play it slowly. Okay, the first time play it slowly. Make sure you have the spacing. I told you the first day, the spacing between each count should be equal, and it should be like this. Okay, it shouldn't be like. Okay, especially when you play the hi-hats, make sure you have the spacing same. Okay, and don't try it in the wrong way. Okay, similarly, the next one, if you see, we are leaving the bass and we are practicing only the hi-hats. Okay, so again, since we are leaving the bass, we can take the right hand straight away to the hi-hat. Okay, and as I said yesterday, if you keep the bass at your right side, you can practice like this. If you keep the bass at the left side, make sure you practice according to it. Okay, so now we are going to try the fourth one. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and now if you notice one thing, third one, when we played the snare, we also played the hi-hat, but in the fourth one, when you are playing the snare, you are not playing the hi-hat. Okay, so this is called as independence playing. Okay, so one hand is not dependent on other. Okay, this is the fourth one. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and now the next one, fifth one, we are going to try. So fifth one, as you see, so it's another similar pattern, but now, as I said, in the fourth one, we are leaving again the hi-hat. As I said, in the fourth one, we are leaving again the hi-hat on the snare drum. Okay, now we'll try the fifth one slowly. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and okay, as simple as that. Okay, these are 16th notes, but if you practice them slowly, it will be very easy and interesting to play, and you need some speed to play this. Okay, Okay, and the sixth one. So sixth one is going to be little bit difficult because we are going to come to the bass another time. Okay, previously we are playing like, right? Now we are going to play. Okay, now for this, if you're going to get two bass back to back, you can either keep it like this and not take the right hand to the hi-hat. You can play like, okay, because if you're going to take your right hand to the hi-hat, then suddenly again you have to come to the bass, right? The sixth one, if you see, one E and one E and, right? So it's going to be in the bass again. So to avoid that, you can keep your hands open like this without crossing like we did previously and play it. Okay, and again, if you see in the 2E and you're playing snare, you can do it like that, or also single hand itself. Okay, but when you take it speed, playing in single hand will be difficult. Okay, so like if you see something like this, what you can do is, one part you can use both the hands to come together. The second part you can play with only one hand at the hi-hat. Okay, now we'll play the sixth one slowly. Fine, then we move to the next one. I know we are going a little bit faster, but so if you go at this pace only, we can cover most of the things, right? Okay, fine. Now if you see the seventh one again, this one I think you all remember. This we did in the second lesson, where we played using the eighth notes. We traveled from the snare to the tom 1, tom 2 and tom 3, right? Now again in this we are going to do the 16th note, and we are going to try the same thing. Okay, starting from snare, tom 1, tom 2, tom 3. So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and now again, don't rush this. Okay, so even if you play that fast, the count should be equal, the spacing should be equal. The reason why I'm saying this again and again, because I've seen many beginner players, when they started, they rush the fill. Okay, so they always feel like we should play the fill fast. Okay, so it's not like that. Even if you play the fast, the space between the count should be equal. Okay, suppose if you play, okay, ta 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 ta. Okay, the spacing should be equal. And the next one, eighth one, if you see, I think eighth one you can try. We are going to put eighth note and the 16th note together. Okay, so that will sound like 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and okay, I'll do the eighth one. Okay, 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and now these things you can try along with the beat. Okay, the beat we saw earlier. And the second fill. Fine. The last one, if you're going to see, now again the last one is these two, you can take it as a homework. Okay, the ninth one, if you see, it's 1, 2 and 3 and 4 E and okay, these two are easy. I think you can try it on your own. Okay, so each day I'm giving the last two beats as homework, so make sure you either take a screenshot and write them in your notebook and try. So if you're watching this from your mobile phone, it will be a little bit small, so make sure you take a screenshot of them and practice them slowly. Okay, maybe I could show it a little bit bigger. Yeah, I think now you can see, right? So try to do this. Okay, try the last two beats and practice the things which you saw in the first two classes. Okay, always keep practicing the older things also, and give some dedicated time each day and practice. Feel the joy of playing this instrument and practice. So definitely by the end of these 5 days you will be in a better position to play the rhythm pad. Okay, thank you. See you in tomorrow's class. Thank you.